Hi Scorpio, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter May 2018 Tarot reading. Now this Uranus going into Taurus is a really big deal. It hasn't been in Taurus for 84 years, and it'll be there for 7 years. This is going to affect every sign, financial, emotional. Now Uranus is the god of the sky and heavens, and oversees innovations, discoveries, and even the unexpected. So there's going to be some changes in everybody's life, and I would recommend that you check out your natal chart and see where Uranus is in your chart to see where it more heavily affects you. The rune that you received is Raidho, and this means wheel, ride, journey, travel. And with it associated to Sagittarius, I'm thinking more now about adventure. Changes of circumstances. And a different shade or tone to the stages of your life that are moving on to something new. This can also herald the arrival of new friends, or the return of old, maybe even departures, some type of communication and messages. Anything that really has a distance to it. Now the Minchiati card that you received is Virgo. And this is a deck I put together that accompanies any tarot deck. And so there's some characteristics of Virgo that are going to be coming into this May reading. Virgo is the sign of service, and is helpful in many ways, but can be really picky and critical, and expect perfection. Makes me think of that old song, what's the name of it? Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble and perfect in every way. Perfection is unrealistic, so make sure that you set pragmatic goals, at least ones that are viable to achieve, and set a time limit too if you have some new goals in mind, because the overall energy card is the Ace of Cups. You're given a new promise, a new beginning for emotions, affections, and stronger bonds between lovers, family, friends. This is really a poetic card because it is about blossoming love, sprouting, growing, maturing, seeking the holy grail of happiness and abundance. This is a blessing, a potential for growing love, passion, companionship, well-being, spiritual awakening, the eye-opening type things. This card can signify a lot of things: childbirth, romance, marriage, rites of passage, social gatherings, job offerings, business success. It's kind of a soup to nuts card, but it has a lot of power of emotions that have to be governed and driven in the right direction. Now with this promise of a new emotional beginning, you're going to have to get rid of some old things here, because the cards on the left, for what you know, receive the Seven of Wands and the Five of Cups. Now the Seven of Wands is a card where people are opposing you for some reason, and a lot of times they're opposing your beliefs or the way you express your beliefs. Because in reality, we can say we believe something, but if we're not living it, it really isn't a belief. And now you have the Five of Cups. This is kind of emotional disappointments, despair, depression. A lot of times you're living in the past. You have to cross that bridge to the present. It's just reminding you to get rid of some emotional baggage if you're dragging around a bag of bricks of it. Any 5 card is a very challenging card and has obstacles. And your obstacle is you disagreeing with people, or they're disagreeing with you. Now you're going to have to review objectively what you believe, and why are these people opposing you, or why are you opposing other people. But things are changing. The whole feeling is changing here, because the card's in the center for what is or can be yours. You receive the Six of Wands and the King of Swords. Now the King of Swords is the one that says take control. Make sure you know where you're going. And don't forget that you're living your life. Other people aren't. They always seem to have this good advice, but they don't live it. Make sure you set some boundaries. Draw that little line in the sand and make sure people don't step over it. And if they do, make sure you say something. Hey, wait a minute. That's not how this is going to go down. The King of Swords is holding the sword of truth, and he's holding it up and saying, do you want this? Or do you want it again? And if you represent yourself and feel like you're right, then you receive the Six of Wands. And this is a celebration card. You're being lauded for having some type of acumen, winning a contest, overcoming your obstacles, like back there with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Cups. This is where you have to make sure you pat yourself on the back and say good job. It's nice to hear it from other people, but it's really important for you to do it to yourself. Now the cards next door for your awareness or self-awareness, you receive the Lover's card and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about a love relationship. You receive the Ace of Cups, giving you a new beginning for emotions, and now you have the Lover's card. It's time for you to make some decisions, some choices. Which way do you want to go with your affections? Who do you want to accept in your life? Will some people be returning? Are new coming in? Or some just changes in what's happening in the status quo? However, and there's always a however, you have the Knight of Pentacles there, and he's telling you to slow down. Don't rush into any choices that may not benefit you. Think about it. Be Winnie the Pooh and think, think, think. Think over what's good for you is good for other people. I think the one thing that people overlook when they see the Lover's card is they have to love themselves before they can even love other people. Now the future cards have varying energy in them. And you have the Seven of Cups, the Emperor, Tower, and Star. The Seven of Cups is splayed energy about making decisions. There's a lot of things in those cups, and you're just not quite sure which one you want to accept, or what opportunity you will accept. I think here you've been seeking some truths, and you're looking for truths in these cups. You have the Emperor that's taking control, just like the King of Swords back there. The King of Swords is just a mini arcana version of the Emperor. The Emperor is saying, take control of your empire. Make sure you know where you're going, and don't let other people tell you how you should get there. Because life is about the journey, not the destination. Now the Tower cards, they're saying there's going to be some change of circumstances. It's time for you to start reviewing what's going on back there with the Seven of Wands again, and making sure that you have control which way this tower is going to fall. Making sure that you're getting rid of things in your life that aren't serving you anymore. Along with these changes that are going on with Uranus going into Taurus. Now I want to point out that the Tower card is 16 and the Star card is 17, so we're in a progression. If you can dispense with unneeded things in your life, it's going to be a self-correcting, per se. And then you're going to have hope and healing. It's going to bring insight, clarity. It's going to help direct you with this new beginning for an awakening with this Ace of Cups card. Because you're the one that's driving the boat in your life and making the decisions with the Lover's card. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.